to your internship course in Schoology. The Getting Started folder has all of the information that I'm going to talk about here, but I wanted to give you a quick overview, and you can refer back to this video as reference to some of the things that we're talking about in our orientation meetings the first week of school. The Getting Started folder has copies of the forms that you have already turned in. Nothing else needs to be signed or turned in. You've already done that if you're enrolled in the course. Some of the program rules that you have agreed to that I want to highlight are the required hours at your work site. If you are enrolled in your internship or links work placement for 2 blocks, for example, block 3 and 4, 15 hours per week is the requirement. That can be flexible between a couple of weeks, but if it varies from that too much, make sure that you're talking with me and your mentor at your work site about any attendance or times that you're not going to be able to be at your internship. Attendance at school is also required. If you're not going to be in school on a day, you should not be attending your internship on that same day. Make sure that you're communicating with me if there's an exception, like a doctor's appointment or something like that, that you need to be absent in the morning, but you're available, say, in the afternoon for your internship. We will be in touch about evaluations and training plans and things like that as you progress through your internship. Grading in your internship, there are 2 categories: timesheets and assignments, and mentors evaluation. The timesheets and assignments we'll talk about a little bit more in this video, but you can access all of that in Schoology. And timesheets are due twice a month. Assignments are due once per month throughout the semester. Your evaluation from your mentor and the observations that I will do during your time at your internship work site, I will take care of most of that. You really just have to focus on doing a great job, communicating, being a self-starter, all of the things that will help you get the most out of this experience. And then your evaluation from your mentor will come to me a couple times in writing as well as informally through conversations. If you're attending your internship during the school day, and we don't have school because it's a day off or a snow day or an early dismissal or something like that, make sure you're communicating that also with your mentor. You do not have to attend your internship or work placement on those days that we don't have school. You may, if that works well for you, to get your hours in that week, but make sure that you let your mentor or your supervisor at your work site know well in advance. Communicate professionally with them anytime that you are not going to be on your regular schedule there. The best way to communicate with me is probably by email. You can always stop by my office, room 240 at Frederick High. You can also communicate with me by text by using the Talking Points text app. If I were you, if you had not yet signed up for Talking Points, I would pause this video right here and do so. This allows you to send text to me if you've got questions or need to communicate with me quickly. It also allows me to send you reminders when timesheets are due and assignments are due. I'm going to send a text out that says, don't forget, tomorrow this is due. And with timesheets, I will include a link so you can complete the Google form timesheet straight from your phone really easily. So I highly recommend signing up for the Talking Points text messages. It is probably the easiest way to communicate. Also, a couple of things that are in the Getting Started folder is some information about sexual harassment, driving, safe work practices in general. If there's anything that is going on at your internship or work site that makes you feel uncomfortable or unsafe, get in touch with me right away. It's also normal practice to talk with your supervisor or mentor about that, but if that is not a comfortable conversation for you to have, let's talk about it and find a way to resolve any kind of concerns like that. The other thing that's kind of important is that if you are not 18 years old, driving should not be a regular part of your internship or job functions. You can get all of the graded work and all of this information through Schoology. There are, in the materials section of Schoology, there are monthly folders that will have the assignments and the links to the timesheets there. Submitting the timesheets, that happens twice per month. The time that you are at your internship at the beginning of the month, you will have 3 days. So the 1st through the 15th, that timesheet will be due by the 18th. The second half of the month, the 16th through the last day, that timesheet will be due by the 3rd of the following month. Again, the talking points text is probably the easiest way, or Schoology. You can access all of that. The total hours are what I will need. I don't need to know that you were at your internship site from, say, 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. I just need to know that you were there for 3 hours on that given day. So come up with a method of recording your hours, because you're going to hold on to that information for about 2 weeks before you turn it in to me. It needs to be accurate, so make sure that you're recording it on your own in some way, so you've got that when timesheets are due. Otherwise, if you have any other questions, make sure that you get in touch with me. As I said, communication is key, and I look forward to working with you this semester.